Hey guys, what's up? It's Diane, and today I am a little bit soaked because it is pouring in LA. It does rain here. Today's video basically just shows you what $850 can get you just outside of LA. I do have a roommate and we have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment and we pay $1,850 total, but I pay $850 because I have a smaller room than she does. Just as a disclaimer, I'm not here to brag, I'm not here to show off what I have, but I actually just want to film this video so that I can be informational and helpful to maybe someone out there who wants to move to LA but gets discouraged watching all of these videos showing $2,000, $3,000 apartments that really aren't realistic to many people who want to move to LA. Culver City, downtown LA, Silver Lake, these areas are all very expensive. They're actually like the most expensive areas in LA to live in. But I live in the Azusa area, so it's a lot more affordable. It's around 30 to 40 minutes from downtown LA. It's really not that bad, and I love it here. Technically, this is still the greater LA area, but I'm definitely still east of LA where the actual city is, and I live here because I attend APU, so I'm gonna live closer to where I have to be often, as you should. Before I get into showing you my apartment, I want to give you some pros and cons of living just outside of LA so that when you're deciding where you should live in LA, you can take these things into consideration. So the first pro of living just outside of LA is that you get to escape that Hollywood culture that a lot of people complain about when they move to LA. A part of this could definitely just be the people that I'm surrounding myself with and how I'm not really into the Hollywood world, but there's definitely a lot more normal people on this side of LA, and you don't really feel like you have to dress or act a certain way to fit in. So I really love that. And the second pro is that you're actually not that far from downtown LA, which is where I spent a lot of my time. I used to go to church out there. From where I live now, downtown LA is really only 35 to 45 minutes away from me, so that really, in LA time, it's not that bad. When you move to LA, you'll quickly realize that LA is very spread out, and a 35 to 45 minute drive to anything really is your new norm. And third pro is that I'm super close to where I go to school and where I work and where all my friends are, so it makes sense for me personally. I definitely get that this might be a little bit inconvenient and out of the way for a lot of people to live outside of LA, but a lot of people commute, and if you can get a cheaper, more affordable rent out of living just outside of LA, maybe it's something to consider. So those are my pros. There are a few cons in living in the area that I'm in right now. Like I mentioned before, living just outside of LA means that you'll have to commute to a few things. So events, concerts, nightlife, trendy coffee shops. These are things that are definitely more in downtown, West Hollywood areas, and it is a little bit of a commute to get to those places, but personally for me, I'm not looking to do that stuff every single day, so it's really not that bad for me. But the second con is that in this apartment specifically, it's not in the safest area, and it's also on a really busy street, and the SWAT team has definitely showed up at my apartment complex multiple times. I definitely still feel security here, which is why I'm living here, but I don't feel like I grew up in a bubble or anything, but right when I moved to LA, I basically popped it if it was there. So yeah, not the safest area, but still livable. So those are some pros and cons. Hopefully they were informational and helpful to you. So let's get into this apartment tour. So our apartment is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. Again, we pay $1,850 together, and I pay $850 for my room. I won't be showing my roommate's space just because privacy is a thing, you know, but she lives in a bigger room and she has a bathtub in her bathroom. The first space that I'm going to show you is the kitchen. We have a full kitchen with a dishwasher, stove, oven, microwave, a lot of counter space, and a lot of storage. Having a full-size kitchen in LA is pretty normal. It's pretty average. You'll find that in most apartments. But we also do have space for a dining room table, which I love because I could sit in my living room and eat food, but I love that there's space for me to host family dinners and have people over and actually have a table to eat on. Our table is from IKEA and so are the stools, and the reason why we decided to go with the stools is that chairs would be a little bit too bulky, it wouldn't fit the space, so we went for stools because they're still sittable and it saves space. Onto the living room, we actually have high ceilings, which opens up the space so much more. We do have a coat closet. We use it for miscellaneous things like board games, our air mattress, whatever else is in there, luggage. The couch that I'm sitting on right now is actually in the living room. It's a 3-seater from IKEA and it's white with a lot of stains on it, so that's why we covered it with blankets. We have 2 floor lamps, also from IKEA. We have a nice fake plant in the corner of our apartment. We cannot keep any real plants alive. We have 2 side tables on each side of the couch. One is from Ross, I believe, and the other one is actually from the Melrose Flea Market. We also do have space for a coffee table as well, so that's really nice. We have my keyboard and my acoustic guitar out in the living room as well, so I really love hanging out in the living room. I think that it's such a good vibe. I love the prints on the wall. We do have a small balcony, but we don't really use it much, and we just throw all of our recycling out there if we're being honest, so that's that. But onto my room. This is the only space in my apartment that's really just mine, and I do have a really big closet, which is really helpful because I don't need any drawers or anything. But I also do have a small bathroom in my room. I don't really have the space to fit a full-size bed in my room, which I was really hoping I would be able to, but I don't, so I have a twin XL bed instead, and honestly, it's not bad at all. I even have room for a nice chair, a bookshelf, and a desk in my room, so it's actually pretty roomy, and I don't mind the size of it at all. And the mirrors on the closets definitely help make the room feel a lot bigger than it really is. So in my bathroom, I have a shower, a toilet, and a sink. It's definitely a very, very small bathroom. Even the door frame is actually smaller, if you can't tell, but it works for me. I just live with myself, so I don't really need that much space, and I do have a lot of storage underneath the sink to put all of my things. I have a life hack for anyone out there who is living in a smaller space. My bed actually has a lot of under the bed storage, so I have a bunch of like big boxes and like different luggage that I can just store things in, so that has been super, super helpful. But that is my apartment. It is $850 just outside of LA by Azusa Pacific University, and it's really not that bad. I hope this video encourages someone out there wanting to move to LA or just feeling discouraged because you're starting to realize that it's not in your budget to live here. I just want to show you that there are options that are more affordable, that are just outside of LA, that you can make work. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up for me. That would be really helpful. And also leave me a comment down below. I reply to all of my comments and I love just dialoguing with all of you in the comments. So definitely leave me a little note down there. If you are new here and liked my video, definitely subscribe. I try to upload every single week, but I am a full-time master's student. So, you know, life is life and I try my best. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you very soon. Bye. I never know how to end these videos. I'm just like, see you later.